Ladies and gentlemen, you can probably guess what time it is because you know it is my favorite time of the week. But it's not just that, because an official summer sale has just started on the Nintendo eShop, and we have some incredible deals for the Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. But not only that, I also found some incredible physical games on sale for the Switch and Switch 2 that you're definitely going to be interested in. So we have some amazing deals to go over, so let's go and get right into this one. So you know, every single week I do my best to find you, well, the best deals, and I think I do a pretty good job, even when there's not an official sale. But this week we have an official summer sale, and I mean, it's one of the best sales we've had in a very long time. These prices are incredible. I'm not even like a huge digital game buyer, but I'm about to load up like $50 or $60 on my own eShop account and just buy a bunch of games to have in the backlog because the prices are so good. The prices are so good that I almost got distracted because I almost forgot that here is a winner of a Nintendo eShop gift card. Yeah, how could I almost forget that? That is crazy. Here's the winner of another Nintendo eShop gift card. Yeah, I couldn't forget this. How could I do that? If you'd like to have the same opportunity every single week, all you have to do is like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter so we can keep our communities growing, and just support the community as much as you can, because you know I will always give back as much as I can. But I feel like I've been yapping for way too long. Let's get into these incredible deals. The first game we're talking about is Death's Door. This is currently on sale for $3.99. That is 80% off on the eShop, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been, and this game is fantastic. It almost plays like an older 2D Zelda game, just with more modern controls. It has a very unique premise, but you're a bird, so it feels weird. It's like a Zelda game where you're a bird. This is a Devolver Digital game, so the polish is really there. This is a game I've never beat, but I play often, and I think I picked it up for like 10 bucks, and I thought that was an amazing deal. So for $4, this one is an easy recommendation. We have The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt currently on sale for $7.99. That is 80% off on the eShop and the lowest price this game has ever been. It's so funny because I tried to get into this game multiple times. I think on my Switch, then on the Xbox, then on the PlayStation, and I just couldn't get into it. But I had this weird feeling that if I gave it a try again on my Switch 2, it would click. And I swear to God, once I tried on my Switch 2, I was hooked. I'm only about 5 hours into the game, and I cannot wait to play through all of it, but I know that inevitable Switch 2 patch is coming, and if I had to guess, it's actually going to be a free Switch 2 upgrade, and that's probably going to show up sometime this year, so I'm holding off until then. But for $8 to play arguably one of the greatest games of all time, you know, that's not just me saying it, that's the accolades this game has. This one is a no-brainer. We have Ys Origin currently on sale for $5, and that is 75% off on the eShop, and again, I think this might be the lowest price this has ever been. Following a devastating demonic invasion, the twin goddesses use their magic to bring the inhabitants of the legendary Ys safely into the sky. While the demons work to construct Devil's Tower and reach a human's new abode, the goddesses disappear. As a mighty warrior or a cunning mage, you must seek the goddesses in Devil Tower. With your swordsmanship and spells, can you banish the evil from the land of your ancestors? There's over 3 playable characters in this game, a bunch of different modes. There's just a bunch going on right here for $5, and I mean, it's an Ys game. What more do I need to say? We have Tomb Raider 4 through 6 Remastered currently on sale for $8.99, and that is 70% off on the eShop. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there is a free Switch 2 upgrade for this, some way, somehow. Like, I know there's a Switch 2 version, and I believe that version is free, so you can buy this for your Switch for $9, and you're getting 3 Tomb Raider games, and you're probably gonna have a good time, unless you don't like Tomb Raider. And if you don't like Tomb Raider, why are you buying this collection? But if you do pick this up for your Switch 2, I do believe there is some kind of upgrade path, so just look that up. But for $9, again, this one is a no-brainer. One of my favorite racing games I have ever played, and arguably one of the best Switch 2 games we currently have, is Fast Fusion. This is currently on sale for $10.49. That is 30% off on the eShop, and I think this might be tied with the lowest price this game has ever been. And to begin with, it's not a really expensive game. It's only $15 fully priced, which is also a great deal and worth it at that price. But this is basically like our F-Zero. Like, we don't have F-Zero from Nintendo, but luckily we have Fast Fusion. And this game is awesome because the title is what the game is about, right? Like you can race cars that are fast, but you can also fuse two cars together and get different cars with better stats. And the game looks amazing, and I could be wrong, but I think there's a 120 frames per second mode. So one of the more unique games I've played in the last few years is Skate Story, and this is currently on sale for $12.99. That is 35% off on the eShop, and again, the lowest price this game has ever been. Now, if you guys know anything about me, you know I've been skateboarding my entire life, and I've played every single skateboarding game out there, the good and the bad. This one is completely different because it's just really unique. You're a demon in the underworld made out of glass and pain. The devil has given you a skateboard with a simple deal. Skate to the moon and swallow it, and you shall be freed. So, I mean, what the hell does that even mean? Well, for $13, you can find out. We also have Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition currently on sale for $9.99, and that is 80% off on the eShop. So this game has been on sale, I think, before for like $5, and that was one time, and that is an amazing deal. But for $10, I still think this is a fantastic pickup. This is such a good but difficult game, and it's not difficult like it's a Dark Souls or something. It's difficult because you really have to learn. It's a real RPG, like a real simulation of a medieval game. Like when you first start, you're horrible at fighting because you have not learned how to fight yet. But it's a game that you can really get immersed into. And again, if I had to guess, there's probably going to be a Switch 2 upgrade coming later this year because I believe like the PS5 and Xbox got next generation upgrades last year. So it just makes sense for us to get that on the Switch 2 as well. We also have Unicorn Overlord, currently on sale for $17.99. That is 70% off on the eShop, and again, the lowest price this game has ever been. Unicorn Overlord combines the timeless tactical RPG genre with overworld exploration and an innovative battle system for a unique epic fantasy experience in the iconic Vanillaware style. So when this game first came out, I thought it looked interesting, right? I'm a fan of RPGs, and it just gave me the vibes that I think, you know, you might like that. But I never played it, or at least I didn't play it for the longest time, but everybody was talking about it. It got great reviews, and even people who are not into this genre of gaming were like, yeah, it's awesome. So I finally picked it up, I think last Black Friday, and before I knew it, I had put like 20 or 30 hours into the game. So it really does live up to the hype, and if you're ever curious about it, this is the time to pick it up. I also have to mention Saints Row the Third, the full package, which I believe is like the definitive edition or deluxe edition. This is currently on sale for only $2.99, and that is 85% off on the eShop. Everybody's talking about GTA 6 this, GTA 6 that, and that's cool. I can't wait to play that. But on the Switch, you know, we have Grand Theft Auto, like, I guess kind of in the trilogy, but it doesn't remind me of what I'm looking for in Grand Theft Auto, at least right now. The closest thing we have to that, in my opinion, is Saints Row the Third. This game is fantastic. It's goofy. It's whimsical. It's a lot of fun. I beat this entire game twice on my OG Switch. I haven't even played it on the Switch 2 yet, but it's the only place I've ever played it was on the Switch, and I loved every second of it. And quickly, I will mention that I think Saints Row 4 is also on sale for the same price, but I never really cared for that one. Speaking of games that I do care about, and is tied with my favorite game of all time, CYBERPUNK 2077 Ultimate Edition is currently on sale for the Switch 2 for $28.99. That is 59% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. And what can I say about this, right? I beat this entire game and the DLC on my PS5. I beat this entire game and the DLC on my Switch 2. And the Switch 2 is my favorite place to play it. I think it is a miracle that CD Projekt Red was able to get this port on the Switch 2 and run and look the way it does. Not only do I think it's absolutely impressive, but I just think this game is incredible. And I also think Phantom Liberty, which is a DLC that comes in this Ultimate Edition, is some of, if not the best DLC in all of gaming. It's a 10 out of 10. Everything about this game is a 10 out of 10. So for $29, man, what are you doing? We also have Hades 2 currently on sale for the Switch or Nintendo Switch 2 for $20.99. That is 30% off on the eShop, and again, the lowest price this game has ever been. And Hades 2 feels weird because It's a million times better than Hades in every single way. And that's what's weird about it. It's like Hades was already incredible, so how could they improve upon it? And if they do improve upon it, like, will anybody care, right? It's just more Hades. Well, it turns out the answer is they just did amazing. I don't even know what the questions were anymore, but the answer is they did amazing. Hades 2 is incredible. I can't speak to the Switch experience because I haven't played it on the Switch, only the Switch 2. But if I had to guess, it's going to run perfectly fine over there. So for $21, man, Hades 2 is a phenomenal pickup. We also have Blueprints currently on sale for the Switch 2 for $17.99. That is 40% off on the eShop, and again, the lowest price this game has ever been. This is one of the breakout games that came out last year, and when I first heard about it, everybody's like, you gotta play this puzzle game. And I was just thinking, why? It's just a puzzle game. That is until Blueprints showed up on the Switch 2, and this game is special. In Blueprints, you embark on a genre-defying experience filled with a unique mix of mystery, strategy, and puzzles that weave together to create an unpredictable journey. Honestly, all I'm going to say is if you're interested in this one, pick it up because I don't even want to spoil anything else about it. So we have Sonic Racing CrossWorlds currently on sale physically for the Nintendo Switch at Woot for $17.99. That is 70% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is weird because in my opinion, it's really fun, and I think it's one of the best Sonic Racing games they've ever put out, and it has a really cool mashup of a bunch of amazing characters and the whole gimmick of crossing between worlds during one race, like going from this world to another world. It's awesome, but I still think for some reason or another, it just underperformed a lot. Like I think Sega even came out and said that recently. So I don't know, maybe it was a price or whatever, but for $18 on the Switch, you could pick it up. But the reason why I'm recommending this is I think the upgrade to the Switch 2 is only $10. So then for $28, you would have a physical copy of Sonic Racing CrossWorlds for the Switch 2. And at that price, I really think it's worth it. We have Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster for the Switch 2 physically at Target, GameStop, and Best Buy for $19.99. That is 50% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. Keep in mind, even though this is a physical copy, it is a game key card. This is actually one of the first games I played on the Switch 2, maybe in like the first few weeks. I never played Bravely Default before. I know there was a sequel that came out on the Switch, and I never played it back on the 3DS. So to me, it was just experiencing this whole world for the very first time. And as a JRPG fan, I thought it was awesome. I love the job systems. I like the characters. I like the settings. The graphics almost feel like a storybook brought to life. It's just a super, I don't want to say underrated game, but maybe underplayed game or underappreciated. So if you're a fan of JRPGs, this one is a must play, especially for that price. We also have Devil May Cry 5 Devil Hunter Edition for the Switch 2 digitally for $29.99. That's 25% off on the eShop, and this is in fact the lowest price this game has ever been. But that's because even though the game is like $40, I think it's only been on sale since the game launched so far. But for $30, you can pick up one of the best and most recent Switch 2 ports. And I mean, this is Capcom, right? With their track record on the Switch 2, you could almost bet that we were going to get something not only playable, but just high effort. And that's exactly what we got with this. I haven't played all of the Devil May Cry games, and I'll be honest, I haven't even played this one yet. But what I have played of Devil May Cry, I do enjoy, and watching reviews and gameplay and listening to feedback. Devil May Cry 5, I guess, at least the general opinion is this is the best Devil May Cry game. And now, this is one of the best Switch 2 ports that we have. So if you're looking for some action through and through for $30, man, this one might be worth checking out. And we have Dragon Ball Sparking Zero physically for the Switch 2 at Amazon, Best Buy, and Target for $29.99. That is 50% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this has ever been on the Switch 2, at least physically, probably. I don't know. But it is a game key card, so just keep that in mind. This is another game I have not played yet, but I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. I've played all the games. I've beat Kakarot twice. I'm playing through Xenoverse 2, like again, but I do want to play this one, and from what I've seen, again, it seems like this is one of the best Dragon Ball Z games out there, and when this game first came out, it completely dominated. So if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, I would say this one might be worth checking out. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta hurry up because my memory card is running out. That's why I'm rushing through these, but these sales are amazing. I could have picked another 25 games, so just do your research. There's a bunch of sales to check out. Hit a like and subscribe on the way out. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Consider becoming a channel member. And yeah, you guys know me. I'll see you very soon with a new video.